Here we have a question that we should be able to answer now that we have a basic understanding of how to calculate speed, distance, and time. So it says a cat walks a distance of 20 meters in 35 seconds. Find its average speed, that's A, and B, how long it would take the cat to walk 75 meters if it's walking on at the same average speed. So let's take a look at the first one. So we must always try to remind ourselves of our formula, and we know that distance, so we know that distance, that should be speed. Get rid of that. Speed equals distance over time. Speed equals distance over time. Total distance over time taken. So in this case, it's going to be 20 meters divided by 35 seconds. So in order to do this, we need to get a calculator out, right? So why don't I just open my calculator, and sure you will do the same. So here's our calculator. So we're doing basically distance, which we said was 20, divided by the time taken, which was 35. And so the answer is 0.57142. But we'll round it to 2 decimal places. So 0.57 meters per second. So the average speed is 0.57 meters per second. And let's remind ourselves that that is to 2 decimal places. And it's an average speed because, you know, as I said before, maybe the cat ran a little bit, walked a little, even maybe stopped, and that's why it took 35 seconds. But on average, it was moving at 0.57 meters per second. So the second part of the question asks us how long would it take the cat to walk the time. It says how long would it take the cat. So we're working actually the time, t equals, again we cover the t now, then we'll have left d at the top still over s, the speed. So the distance is 75 meters and the speed is 0.57, and again that's meters per second. And so now what we're going to do is feed that into our calculator. So let's just clear the previous work that we did. And so we have a distance of 75 divided by speed of 0.57. Put that in the calculator and we get 131.57. So again, we need to decide how we want to round it. But here probably it's good to round it to the nearest whole second. And so we're going to get 132 seconds. And that will be the time it would take. So when you have a look at these two, you might just want to play it again. And then you're now in a position to answer similar questions. Just remember your triangle here, that whole triangulation thing. Speed is in the corner. Distance is at the top, D, and T is at the bottom. And after that, whatever you want, you just cover it. If I want to know the speed, cover the speed up. I'm left with D over T. If I want to know the distance covered in a particular amount of time at a given speed, I cover D. I'm left with S times T. Get rid of that. And if I want to know the time, like in our last example, if I cover the T, I'm left with D divided by S. So what we're saying here is that with that triangle that you want to copy in your notes, you can use that triangle to answer any question on speed, distance, and time. So have a go at some questions and see how you go.